Hello. In this video, I'm going to be taking a retrospective look at a Backrooms level that I covered 3 years ago. The level in question is level 94, aka Motion, and this is a legendary place in the community. It's one of the most famous levels, and it is one that I'm really proud to come back and examine in 2024, as I covered it back in 2021, which seems like a long time ago. It's a classic, liminal, barren, uncanny place, and without further ado, I want to hop back into it, and I want to see how it holds up in the modern day of the Backrooms, and leave a like if I should check out other classic levels like this and kind of go over a retrospective look at them. I'm really interested in doing that, so leave a like if you want to as well. Without further ado, let me get into this explanation, and let's see what's going on with this level, shall we? Level 94 is the 95th level in the Backrooms catalog, and it appears to be a huge expanse of green textured hills with strange features, like houses and fences, water towers, and a floating castle that all dot its infinitely sprawling landscape. The entire level feels uncanny to look at. It feels fake and lifeless with its houses. There's a grainy, animated ambience that flows through the air, and it seems like this entire place was crafted by someone using art supplies for a school project. The main parts of this hilly expanse are safe to explore during the day, because there's no entities, but other parts might get more dicey as the nighttime comes around. The towns and the houses in this level have this 1930s stop motion type feeling to it, and on top of that, there's really old cartoony music playing through various siren poles on the level. With all that said, this entire place feels like a fever dream. It feels like something that you would only see while you're sleeping, while you're dreaming, but you're here in real life in the Backrooms when you're seeing it. Very odd, very uncanny, and it gives people this pit in their stomach. It makes them feel weird. There's a network of interesting roads that cut through these hills and valleys, and these roads can take you from towns to houses to castles to water towers to anything else you want to go to. As I just said, during the daytime, this level is pretty safe. It's cartoony, it's animated, you can walk around and explore the houses without worrying about anything. There's music playing, there's this lively old cartoon ambience. Everything's okay. But at nighttime, the music and the speakers stop playing, and the entities that lurk beyond will come out. More on this later though. The hills of level 94 go on forever, and there's no actual size that can be given to the level. It's infinite, and that's kind of a part of this level's appeal. People enjoy how expansive it is, how they can explore forever. The hills themselves have some unusual properties too. For example, some of them have random objects or pieces of furniture or cars on top of them, as well as some of them also have water towers that are on top as well. These water towers are thought to have almond water in them, and they feed the houses that live here. This entire level just seems like a school project. It smells fake, it looks fake, it smells like paint, and everything gives off this uncanny valley stop motion energy, especially while you're exploring the houses, because the houses themselves look to be made out of cardboard, and you can still fully explore inside of them even though they're cardboard. If you do go inside a house, you'll notice that there is a small amount of basic furniture and a few basic appliances inside. Nothing too fancy, but it's also not empty and abandoned. Along the roads that connect these houses to other things are random nonsensical road signs that just say random stuff on them. Like you could see a sign and it could say up and there's nothing above it, like it's pointing to something that's not there. Looming over these hills and houses that I've explained, off in the distance, many miles away, is a large transparent mountain structure with a floating castle on top of it. This might be level 94's most famous feature besides the houses that are here as well, and I'm gonna get into all of the lore that surrounds the floating castle right now. You're gonna want to stick around, it's weird. The castle itself is only known as the Castle of the Transparent Mountain, because the mountain it's on is indeed transparent. It's a very unique name, I know. For most of the level, your mind won't really be affected by anything. There's no bad effects, there's no sanity dropping stuff. Sure, it might look uncanny or strange, but there's no outright cognito hazards or anything like that, until you get to this castle. This area is known to cause many wanderers unease, and it causes people to break down their psyche just by walking into it. The castle itself looks to be some sort of fun house on the inside, with colorful, brightly painted rooms and hallways, and you can find things like ball pits and indoor playgrounds and studios and slides and inflatables and things of that nature inside its rooms. From the outside, it looks like a regular fixed-size castle from the old days, but the inside you'll notice that it's infinite and it's constantly expanding, and there's no end in sight. Because of this, it is very easy to get lost in the castle if you are not careful. There's a strange group of entities that can be seen in this castle known as Robo-Men, and essentially these are large robots that are kind of like the bodyguards of the castle. They're designed in that mid-1900s toy style, and they move around as if they're animated in a cartoon. That's how they move in this real life. What they do essentially is that they guard the castle doors. They're passive normally until you start messing around with stuff and touching stuff, and if they see you do this, they're gonna get angry and try to throw you out. So try not to get on their bad side. They are giant robots, so take that with what you will. After an unknown amount of time that passes, where you, the Wanderer, are inside this castle, you'll eventually run into something called the Throne Room. Now, this throne room is the location of an entity known as the Animated King. Now, the Animated King kind of overlooks the entirety of level 94. He's a very powerful, very enigmatic figure. Probably could do an entire video on him alone, to be fair. But at first, this Animated King seems fine. But in reality, he will attempt to control you and use you for his own bidding. Firstly, he'll put you through a few tests against your biggest fears and your biggest nightmares. Essentially, he will implement these nightmares and fears into your brain, and you'll kind of start daydreaming and visualizing them right in front of you in this animated form. He'll fill your head with these horrible nightmares, and his entire goal is to break your psyche down to where you're less than human. But if you somehow manage to withstand these nightmares from the Animated King, you will instantly be sent out of the castle, you will have passed his test, and you'll be back at the houses below in the grass. It's unknown why the Animated King wants more subjects or what he does with all his subjects, but just try to stay mentally strong and it should be okay. But besides the castle and the other stuff that I mentioned, the level is barren. Most of it is just taken up by these swaths of grassy hills and the infinity of it that just go off forever. Just hills, stop motion houses, and signs and cars and stuff that shouldn't be there. Personally, I think this level has some of the best found footages out of any other level in the lore because the level already looks so animated and it just works really well in an animated footage form because of it. So go check out in the description below all of the footages that I've used in this video. Check out these amazing creators. They're super talented and they make this level come to life. But anyways, there are several entities that you might see in this level that you don't want to run into ever. At nighttime, you might see smilers and skin stealers and hounds and death moths and that sort of thing. But the main danger of the level is the animation entities. These things roam the streets when it gets darker, when the music stops playing, and they look very uncanny, very odd, very not normal. They're constantly warping and changing, and they look like they're out of a cartoon from the 90s. They're very aggressive, and they will attack anything that does not look animated. And last time I checked, humans do not look animated. So you're going to be attacked by these things if they see you. They're known to be very scary, very fast, and very strong, and to avoid them, stay out of sight, stay inside the house, and just don't get near them. To enter level 94, you have to follow these rules exactly, or you can't get here. It's this special combination of things you have to do, so just listen up. You have to first be in level 601, and then you have to escape that level to go directly to the hub. Once you go to the hub, a hole will appear in the ground, and then you can jump into that hole, and you'll be here in the grass by a house. So you have to go in exactly in that order, or you can't come here. To exit, you have to complete the Animated King's trial, or you can no-clip through some of the houses to get sent to level 7 or 9 or 53. Level 94 is what I consider to be the perfect backrooms level. It has that strange, otherworldly, liminal feel to it, but it's also completely empty and barren and uncanny. That music that plays through those weird speakers adds that strange element. The Animated King and these animated entities that control the level kind of just make it even more scary. It's not overdone, it's not cringe or anything, it is perfect in its liminality, and I truly believe that this level will stand the test of time forever. And looking back at it in 2024, almost 2025, it gets the brutally stamp of approval. I think this is the perfect level. And hopefully you enjoyed it too. That's it for the video. Thank you all for watching to the end. If you did enjoy my explanation of this classic level, drop a like for your brother. I'd appreciate it. Anything helps. And I really love going over levels like this that I went over many moons ago. If you want me to start a series where I kind of look back at all these old levels and cover them again, I'd love to do that. It'd be a nice little blast from the past, you could say. But with all that said, thank you for watching. Love and appreciate each and every one of you. Hopefully you're enjoying Broogmas, and hopefully you're having a great day. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Bye-bye.